so we have some quests stacked up, some stuff to do. First, I kind of want to get all my followers into the fold, so to speak. Get all of our party members.
So, will anyone smite me if I tell you I killed the men who wronged your family?
Excuse me, who are... My post to the Chanter's board? Did Her Grace let that stay? I thought for sure no one even read, but you say you've killed them. You have my eternal gratitude, Sirrah. It is comforting to think my parents might now rest easily in their graves.
Who are you exactly?
I am Sebastian Vale, Prince of Starkhaven. Her Grace might prefer I introduce myself as a brother in the Chantry, but I could not stay after what happened to my family.
Why didn't your family's enemies hunt you down as well?
That's why I took the offensive. Thanks to you, those Flint Company assassins are no longer a danger. I'm the last of my line. Unless I survive, my family will have no justice.
Who sent these mercenaries?
My family has ruled Starkhaven for 6 generations. We have enemies, but none who would identify themselves openly. A distant cousin of mine is claiming rulership now, but he is a bit simple. He can be no more than a pawn in this plot.
Surely you have a guess as to who was behind it.
My parents were always prudent in how they handled our nobles. They did not allow rivalries or resentments to flourish. The attack must have come from outside. Kirkwall is our largest trading partner. I came back here to find support for my claim, and perhaps for a clue as to who is behind this foul deed.
Your parents probably don't care much at this point, but I hope you sleep a bit easier.
Yes, I hope I will. Thank you. Consider this in advance. When I have secured my lands again, you will be paid royally. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must meet with the Viscount and petition him for aid to a fellow city.
You know, and although there may be a little too much starch there, he needs to loosen up just a bit. Kind of tight-assed, as Varric might call him. At least he's a noble type dude. And look, there's an achievement. Cool. So I'll be getting a few of those as we play through the DLC. When I complete game this for PlayStation, it was just the base game. Alright, well, let's head into Hightown at night. And, oh, cool. Alright, this is convenient. Here's Anders right here.
I saw Carl go inside a few minutes ago. No Templars so far. Are you ready?
I didn't see anyone suspicious out here. Let's do this fast.
All right. I'll handle the talking. You watch for Templars.
Now this can be really, really nasty right here. Good thing the Chantry's kind of a big place. Can move the party around a little bit. If you stay in one tight corner, it's easy to just get destroyed almost instantly here. Normally I actually do this just a little bit earlier, but I was in no hurry to get Anders in the party. Didn't mind running with Bethany for a while. That was cool. But either way, at any point on Nightmare, this can be nasty. Alright, so this friend of Anders, apparently they've lost contact. They were sending notes to one another. Anders was this guy's underground contact outside the circle, I guess you could say. True enough, you need something like that, I guess, here, because the circle here is a prison. And it's bad. And yeah, I'm fully aware of that.
Anders, I know you too well. I knew you would never give up.
What's wrong? Why are you talking like...
I was too rebellious, like you. The Templars knew I had to be made an example of.
No!
He doesn't sound
How else
tranquil.
will mages ever master themselves? You'll understand, Anders. As soon as the Templars teach you to
I'm not sure what's up with that decoration on his forehead either. I don't recall seeing that before.
take another mage as you took him.
And the uber hypocrite shows its true colors. Yeah, okay. Alright. Fucking demon possessed. Whatever. Alright, anyway. Yeah, I'm sure that's supposed to be the lyrium brand on his forehead for when he's made Tranquil, but I don't recall the, the decoration, the brand left behind. Maybe it's something new they're introducing here, but I'm wondering if this guy's actually really Tranquil. I don't know what about becoming Tranquil means that you instantly become a traitor. I don't know that it means you're more easily controlled or you're just emotionally vacant, you know? I'm not sure how that comes into play, but whatever. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to fight from over here, and we're going to stretch him out a little bit. Instead of being caught in that corner in a crossfire between about 500 archers and a couple assassins running around one-shotting my whole party, we'll come over here and basically we'll choose our own battlefield. We'll take the high ground and let them come to us. It's kind of the idea here. It's much easier to manage these guys, 1, 2, 3 at a time instead of all, dozen or two, at once. I'm going to go so far as to say Anders is the ultimate uber 100% pharmaceutical grade hypocrite. I'll point that out for everyone that knows Anders' story. I don't have to spoil it to say this, but I can say straight up that if you don't like all the mages being lumped together and treated as a whole, like that not all mages are bad. I don't know any exceptions, but let's just say not all mages is bad, just 99% of them, okay? But you can't lump them together for just that 1% just in case type of thing. Okay, if that's the case, Anders has no qualms about lumping everyone else together and killing them all off for the few that might have actually done something wrong. But he'll defend all mages, even the ones that are completely evil all the way to the core, to hopefully save the one that might be innocent. Just saying, it's a double standard in every sense of the word. Absolute hypocrite. Boy, I beat his ass. I'm telling you, Twin Fangs is nasty, man. Wait till we get assassinated, then it just gets so sexy. Especially get some combos active. Right on.
Anders, what did you do? It's like you brought a piece of the fate into this world.
He doesn't sound
I had
tranquil.
already forgotten what that feels like.
I thought the Tranquil were cut off from the Fade forever.
When you're tranquil, you never think on your life before. But it's like the Fade itself is inside Anders, burning like a sun. Please, kill me before I forget again. I don't know how you brought it back, but it's fading.
Carl, no.
Maybe we can find a cure.
Can you cure a beheading? The dreams of Tranquil mages are severed. There is nothing left of them to fix.
I would rather die a mage than live as a Templar puppet.
I think the puppet part is your choice, dude. I don't know. Yeah, Anders, you want to question the fact that he's a traitor? That he sold you out, dude? Whatever, maybe it does make them puppets. I don't know.
A fate worse than death. Give him peace.
I got here too late. I'm sorry, Carl. I'm so sorry.
Now, it's fading. Why do you look at me like that?
Goodbye. We should leave before more Templars come.
So, let me guess. This is the part where you tell me you're an abomination?
You're wrong. But not far wrong. This is hard to explain. When I was in Amaranthine, I met a spirit of justice who was trapped outside the Fade. We became friends, and he recognized the injustice that mages in Thedas face every day.
And that's different than a demon.
Just as demons prey on the deadly sins of mankind, there are good spirits who embody our virtues. Spirits of compassion, fortitude, justice. They are the Maker's first children, and they have all but given up on us.
What does this have to do with your eyes glowing?
To live outside the Fade, he needed a host. I offered to help him. We were going to work together, Bring justice to every child ever ripped away from his mother to be sent to the Circle. But I guess I had too much anger. Once he was inside me, he changed.
So, you have this spirit of justice living in your head?
It's not like that. He's gone now. He's part of me. It's not like we can have a conversation. I feel his thoughts as my own. Not even the greatest scholar could tell you where I end and he begins.
No, because you're possessed.
This is obviously difficult for you.
I thought I was helping my friend. He would have died, I guess. If that even means anything. And he wanted to help me. He knew what mages have suffered.
You tried to help a friend. Surely no harm can come of that?
I wish I still had your innocence. There was too much hatred in me. Justice thought he would overcome that. But my anger, when I see Templars now, things that have always outraged me, but I could never do anything about, he comes out. And he is no longer my friend, Justice. He is a force of vengeance, and he has no grasp of mercy.
Or you're an insecure, weak emo who was unimportant and needed to find some importance. How about that?
I don't think so. The only way a spirit has ever been separated from a living host is by its death. The curse is of my own making. All I can do now is hope to control it.
Can you bring him out at will?
No. He comes only when I've lost all power over myself. It's a madness, a frenzy. I only find out after what I might have done.
Is there anything I can do for you?
You're the first one I've ever told this. Thank you for not running away. My maps are yours, as am I if you wish me to join your expedition. I thought I was done with the Grey Wardens. But if you have any need of me, I will be waiting here.
Why not running away doesn't make that okay, though. Okay, before I even put him in the party, I might as well just talk to him while I'm here. It's good to have a conversation with each party member as soon as you recruit them. See a good side of his nature right here, too.
I had a friend like you once. Got in all kinds of trouble. Dragged me along. Didn't think I'd be doing that again. I got a bit weighty the last time we talked. Sorry for putting that on you.
It's okay as long as someone else has to carry it, right?
You'd be surprised how people just tell me their darkest secrets. I must look trustworthy.
You look... something.
Okay, there's a boundary here. You just crossed it.
Proud. Like even if you don't agree with me, you'll be honest.
If I am, you'll hate it.
I hope I didn't seem too selfish when I told you about justice.
Yes, you did.
I didn't know what would happen. I figured a willing host, a friend. It had to be better than playing the demon and haunting some corpse.
You didn't have to play. You could just be a demon and jump right in you.
We can't always predict the outcome of our actions. We can only make them with a true heart.
Kind, wise, and beautiful. You must have made a deal with some demons yourself. I'm sorry, I shouldn't presume. We've hardly met and I feel like I know you.
That doesn't mean I want to fuck.
Making you uncomfortable.
I don't want you thinking about me that way.
Everyone wants to control my thoughts.
That doesn't mean I want to control your thoughts. I'm not going to let you control mine, conversational rapist.
Strictly professional.
Got a problem with that? See, that's when the bitch needs to be slapped. Right there. You want to control everyone else with your emo little insecurities and guilt trips and weirdness and all that. Freaking every way, and a hypocrite too on top of that. Serious problems with that. The only reason I responded to you like that was to not get 30 rivalry with you instead of just 10 or 15. Man, I don't like being raped. Sorry, not ever going to be cool with that. And that's conversational rape, where no matter how you respond, no matter how you act, he's going to lay it off on you as if you've done some wrong. Where he's doing the very thing, he says, I'm glad you're not doing to me what I'm doing to you in the way that I'm saying this. Totally just backwards, double standard, hypocrite, and everything he says and does, from here on through the rest of the game. His judgments are off, he's twisted. Okay, now I want to kind of rehash some facts here. All right, if I sound a little vehement about this, yeah, I actually feel kind of strongly about this, and I'll tell you why. All right, we know that a spirit, when held in this world against its will, it changes its nature. We know that from Solus, all right? So that was a spirit held against its will, trapped in this world. That was by Anders' own words. The spirit of quote-unquote justice, or whatever. All right, so Anders feels unimportant. He has no place in the world. He doesn't like the discipline of the wardens, right? And so he wants to be irresponsible, childish, and he's got his own sensitivities and all that other irrespectable trash, all right? And so he's just this willing vessel for this demon to hop right in. So this demon says, I'll give you a cause and we'll just kill everybody for the right reason. Okay, jump right on in. Right? Okay, so he welcomes the spirit in. And, all right, this spirit takes possession of him. All right, and so, yeah, you just straight up demon possession. You can call it what you want. All right, but the spirit trapped in this world against its will, and then it gets in there with your perverted ass and becomes part of you and makes it even worse. Who knows what this thing is? I don't really even care what to call it. But the ends justify the means. If the Elder One is preparing the stage for him to come play his big role as new god of the world thing that we see in Inquisition, all right, he needs tools. He needs people to set that stage for him, all right? And Anders, no better tool than Anders. And look at the results. Look what Anders eventually does. You know, this is way down the road. We got a lot of playthrough between now and then. But let's just say that he's the ultimate tool in the Elder One's hands in a party of people that it's really the only way he's going to get to where he needs to go to do what he needs to do to accomplish what the Elder One would have him accomplish, right? And so, I mean, bottom line is, well, was the Elder One's hand in it? Well, it did his work for him, so I'll just have to say, yeah, one way or another. Or else the Elder One just got a stroke of great fortune by Anders, existing. Let's just put it that way. Either way, whatever is Anders gets this demon in him and does what he does, and he is who he is. I can't see anybody else's motives behind that. But by nature, I mean, he's just the perfect vessel for a demon to inhabit, being an absolute hypocrite, total double standards, totally backwards, doing the very thing he claims to be fighting against to innocent people who deserve none of this, I can just go on and on, but anyway, it is what it is. All right, so with Anders in here, he's eventually going to become essentially the ultimate healer, and that's really his role in the party. Now, he also has vengeance down here in his personal tree, and that can be tricky with the tactics. It's doable, but there's got to be a lot of, if party health is this, then do that, and deactivate this, reactivate that. Sometimes it's honestly just lazier, simpler to run with him with Panacea active, and or Panacea, whatever, how you say it. I will give him that. In fact, I could just give it to him right now, but there's some other stuff I want. I want him to have the same party buffs that Bethany's been running with, because there'll be times where it's just Anders in the party and maybe Meryl. It's pretty much my favorite squad is Anders, Meryl, and Aveline, and myself. Playing a rogue, when I play a warrior, it's Aveline, Anders, and Varric, So I want to make sure we have haste, make sure he's got his rock armor, give him something to cross-class combo with would be nice. See, it's a hard choice, because Panacea, it's nice to have. But let me go ahead and give him this, upgrade this, and then he at least has something to combo with staggered enemies. We need to get Aveline some kind of skill where she can stagger enemies also. I don't think I've given her anything upgraded for that yet. Need to work towards that. I mean, it's true enough, her prime job is tank, but also every party member needs to be able to set up everyone else with something. And since Shield Bash isn't an option because it's a friendly fire ability, perhaps Scatter. See, it seems like Scatter can capitalize on a setup, like another party member can set up, I think, Disorient. I think that's kind of like my job. Or maybe Varric's, to disorient targets, and then I think Scatter can pull a combo off of that. But trying to remember what Aveline can use to set up enemies. Cleave? Maybe it's Cleave. I think Cleave's the one I really need to make a beeline for. I don't know. We'll look again. we're getting to that point where we really need to start fine-tuning that. We should be pulling combos off already, essentially, but I want to make sure all my party members are doing their primary job. But he's set up a lot like Bethany. He does have the primal tree, which Bethany does not. It's one advantage. It's kind of nice. And with him and Meryl together, he gets Petrify, Stone Fist is good, Chain Lightning. Actually, everything in the primal tree, because none of it's friendly fire. I don't believe there's a single thing in there that's friendly fire, and it all either sets up or pulls off combos. I believe Petrify is a really good one to cross-class combo with Assassinate. Once we get that unlocked, I'm pretty sure. Anyway. Alright, so I have them set up good enough for now. The exception with Anders is I'll invest a little bit more into Constitution than I would with Bethany. Bethany's more just pure, willpower and magic, just basically just straight DPS. But she does have her support, so I'll sink a lot into willpower because she keeps her, her passives, her buffs active. Anders a lot the same way, but sink a little more into Constitution. Give him some health. If I find gear that can upgrade his Constitution or health, maybe throw some of that at him too.
Use your consult, Anders.
Bring it to Darktown and I'll... get you a salve or something.
What? No. I need to know.
It's if she had the crabs or something. Oh, sorry, that's funny. Alright, I don't know how I missed these earlier. But, I probably didn't have the gold for it when we first got here anyway. There's an upgrade for Varric's armor, which is cool.
Why?
I'm a guard. I'm the first person who has to deal with trouble.
You want help killing people like me?
Not every mage can be trusted.
Nor every guard.
Please, Sir Thrask. He won't go to the Circle willingly, but it's the only place...
I am sorry for your loss, mistress. But I can offer your son mercy only if he turns himself in.
I'm trying to find him, but...
The Templars cannot tolerate apostates.
It sounds like your son is in trouble. Is there anything I can do?
You heard all of that and still you would help? An apostate? Oh, thank you. I am Ariane. My boy, Fainriel. He's all I have. All my family. When I learned he had magic, I could not bear to send him to the Circle. But his connection to the Fade, it gives him nightmares. Dreams of demons speaking in his mind. I would rather lose him to the Circle than to himself.
Should have thought about that before.
What kind of dreams is he having?
He dreams of demons, crawling to him, pulling him into their world. Every day, it grows harder to wake him. That is why I turn to the Circle. They are the only ones that can protect a mage from his own powers.
Did your son run away?
He learned I had contacted Sir Thrask. He felt I betrayed his trust. He thinks he can live free of the Circle. But I am afraid without proper training, he'll kill himself.
Those look like Dalish tattoos. Why do you live in the city?
I was born to the Dalish, but came to Kirkwall for a time and dallied with a human merchant, Vincento. When I found I was with child, neither Vincento nor my tribe wished the burden of an elf-blooded human infant. I raised Fainriel myself, here in the alienage.
Tell me the whole story.
I learned years ago that my son likely had magical talent, but we could not bear the thought of him locked in the gallows. So we hid. When the nightmares began, Fainriel still refused to contact the Circle. But I I truly think they are the only people who might save his life.
What exactly do you need me to do?
Just find him, please. Bring him somewhere safe. I don't know where Fainrail is gone, but there are 2 places you might start your search. Sir Thrask has been looking for him. If you speak to him in the gallows, he'll be able to tell you what ground he's already covered. And Fainrail's father, Vincento, recently returned from Antiva. He's a merchant in the Lowtown Bazaar. Fainrail might have sought him out.
Tell me about this Templar.
I believe he's a good man. He doesn't hate mages, but sees what it took me too long to realize. Even the best-intentioned mages are at the mercy of their sleeping minds. There are other Templars who are much less sympathetic.
You and Fainrail's father are not married?
Vincento had no desire for a wife or an elf-blooded child. I haven't seen him since the day I told him. I have written, though, to keep him informed about his child. Fainrail wanted to meet him.
I will not leave you fearful for a moment longer than necessary.
He ought to have his own life. Out from the shackles of the Circle. Everyone should.
My husband Wesley was a Templar. They're not all fanatics to be feared.
Thank you. It has been a lonely time hiding. It's almost a relief to finally confront this openly.
See if Meryl feels that way after she gets to experience 5 minutes of human mages. She hasn't had much contact with the outside world or other mages in general, but when she finds out what Circle-less mages can and will do, then maybe she'll change that tune a little bit. Alright, so Fenrir, you know, the one thing I can understand here is who would want to go to this circle, though. I mean, this really isn't a circle. This is a prison. This is a place of abuse. This is a place of torture for thugs to come in here and lord it over people who they couldn't face on the street, you know? I don't know.
Would appreciate the finest rubies from Antiva raising her lovely neck. I bring only the best northern merchandise to the free marches.
Actually, I'm more interested in your son.
My lady, I'm a bachelor. I've never met a woman of sufficient beauty and charm to tie Vincento down.
Let me see if I can find a butthole for you to stuff those words in.
The guard staring you in the face.
Right?
Let us not ruin the day with such weighty thoughts. Perhaps I could show you my silks.
Perhaps you could stop jerking me around and tell me where your son is.
The boy is a mage of elven blood. Do you wonder I fear for him?
And that's it, huh?
I do not wish to discuss my personal
Who do I need in my party to get? There's another dialogue option with him. Maybe I picked the wrong one, but I couldn't help being a bit of a smartass. Maybe you could stop jerking me around. But yeah, it's so full of crap, trying to be all suave and stuff. And yeah, dude, just seriously, your boy's life is in danger. All this Antivan flirt with me crap is really not the time or the place.
Blood magic. It was just an accident, right?
I think this guy sells different runes later. Now this weapon shop, I think it's in Act 3, in the third part of the game. I think he sells that one special Dalish dagger. Spider's Bite or whatever it's called.
Oh no, I didn't.
Why would...
Listen to Meryl check this dude. Talk about Anders just being a blind hypocrite.
I needed his help. He was really very nice about it.
Of course he was. He's using you to get a foothold in a mortal brain.
He's a spirit. He offered me his aid. I hardly think you're one to criticize.
Right? Anders would... wow, just... Something tells me he's going to grate my nerves repeatedly throughout this game with his sugary, soft, sweet hypocrisy, freaky, pervert, conversational rapist ass. Seriously. What a piece of crap.
Joining the Templars was supposed to be a dream come true.
Okay, now here's a fetch 'em quest I don't even remember picking up.
Where did you get this?
Map of Occupy Crew. I think we found that in the Elven camp. I think. Yeah, pick up quests before we actually go talk to Thrask. I think there's something here. Okay, oh, I'm gonna need to make some of those. Those are crucial for the deep roads. Absolutely crucial. The difference between living and dying, literally.
It does not trouble me.
Ah, welcome, my dear friend, to Sol's shop. My name is Solivitus. Please take a look around. My apologies in advance. Our shelves are a bit bare at the moment. Actually, if you're interested, I could use a bit of help to remedy that.
Remedy that. Potions shop. You, my good man, are priceless.
The pun wasn't intentional, although I may use that next time. It's been too dangerous to leave the city of late, and the substances I require for my creations are, of course, elsewhere. Perhaps you could find them. You'll be compensated for your time, have no fear. I'll also give you first pick of my new creations.
Make up a list of what you need, and I'll keep an eye out for you.
Perfect. A discount on everything in the shop, Sirrah.
That dude's cool. Alright, I think that carries through the whole game. He wants us to find stuff. Essentially, it requires killing the really big baddies and bringing him back some of the rare things, like, I don't know, dragon teeth and stuff like that. Who knows what.
Are you the Templar who is pursuing the boy Fainriel?
I did not realize his name was known so widely. Perhaps you know Ariane from when she was with the Dalish.
We don't all know each other. There are a lot of clans, you know.
Are you a friend of his?
Have you met him? What is he like?
From his mother's description, he sounds much like any youngster we bring to the Circle. Frightened of his gift, resentful at losing his freedom, convinced he is the one exception to our laws. Hardly someone you would wish the power to murder people with his mind.
No young boy should have to face down demons alone.
It is surprising what sympathies mages evoke. I always expect people to be more wary of their powers than touched by their struggles. If we do not find Fainriel soon, it will not matter. Either he will be taken by the demons, or by less mystical predators. And I have said more than enough on the topic. This is a Templar matter, and we will be handling it.
Aveline, don't you think this matter concerns the whole city?
It does, and you Templars are spread thin to begin with.
True. Sadly, there are more mages fleeing than we can easily keep up with.
Then let the city guard do what we're good at. I can track the boy.
There is a Templar, former Templar, by the name of Samson. He left the Order due to philosophical differences. He has been known to help mages flee Kirkwall. If Fainriel went to him, Samson wouldn't tell me. He stays out of sight by day, but I've seen him at night, near the entrance to Darktown.
Alright, nighttime Darktown again. We have nighttime Hightown business. Take care of. Like, lots of it. But, I guess we can do that. At least talk to Samson. At some point, this quest kind of takes a, another turn, and there's somebody I want in my party. I want, what's his name? Fenris. Around when we deal with that whole thing. Anything that involves, slavers. I want Fenris around for.
What do you know? I was told my old friend Thrask was advising you folks to seek me out. You're looking for the boy, right? Feign something. I'll tell you now, there's not much I can do for you.
I'm looking for a retired Templar named Samson.
Retired. Sounds better than Burned out husk of a Templar begging coins in the choke damp. They don't do anything to keep you, you know. You join the Order, you're free to walk away. But they're the only ones who've got the dust.
The dust?
Lyrium, an ore the dwarves mine. Magic in its raw form. You need to drink the stuff to face down the magicers. Problem is, if you ever try to stop, it just about kills you.
Is it true you give aid to apostates fleeing the Templars?
The mages I help, they're no more than children, newly discovered their magic and terrified. Barely left their mother's skirts, and now we're saying they got to be locked away for their own good. The demons are hunting them. Do you wonder they run?
Did you meet the boy?
Afraid so. Blighter was dead broke though, not a silver on him. I helped one mageling for free, and I'll never get paid again.
I pity any mage who is forced to rely on you for protection.
I pointed him to a ship captain I know, Rayner. Sometimes he'll take on runaways. Took another apostate last week, girl I sent him. Might have gone wrong though. I heard rumors he took the both of them captive instead.
So your good friend's a kidnapper? Can't say I'm surprised.
Not a friend. Just someone who's not afraid to try this business. Rumor has it, Rayner had the pair of them locked inside a Keys warehouse, somewhere close to dockside. You want to go looking, you might find the lad before he gets ransomed to the Templars. Or worse.
Yeah, wow. So they turn out their Templars into essentially dope fiends and hook them. No wonder you got as many thugs and miscreants and whatever other names you can come up with, criminal pieces of crap that put on a Templar uniform as you do decent ones. More so, actually. Especially here. Oh, sweet. Good thing I stopped in here.
You owe us, Isabella.
Well, Lucky, I'll tell you what. Since the information you gave me was worth nothing, that's what I'll pay you.
Me and my boys will get our money's worth, bitch.
Oh, you poor sweet thing.
Maybe they shouldn't have done that.
Tell me, Lucky, is this worth dying for? I didn't think so.
Nice. And speaking of new followers,
Don't bother me.
still can't get her to... Oh. She's got a quest for us eventually.
You're around here, aren't you? Welcome, and keep your wits about you. You're nothing but tits and arse to the men in this place, and they won't hesitate to grab at both.
Thanks for the advice.
Anytime. I'm Isabella. Previously Captain Isabella. Sadly, without my ship, the title rings a bit hollow. You're Ferelden, aren't you? You have that look about you. I was in Denerim not too long ago. You know, you might be just what I'm looking for to solve a little problem I have.
Can't anyone fix their own lives around here?
Must be something in the water. Someone from my past has been pestering me. I've arranged for a duel. If I win, he leaves me alone. But I don't trust him to play fair. I need someone to watch my back.
What makes you think I'm right for this?
You saw me talking to Lucky, didn't you? Those boys couldn't manage simple information gathering. I can't trust the riffraff in this place to do anything right. But you're different.
Who's this person you've arranged to meet?
His name is Hader. We worked together back in Antiva. He's never liked me. He's been asking about me all around Kirkwall. Thought I'd get it over with and meet him face to face.
You wanted information from Lucky. What was it?
I asked Lucky and his boys to track down something I lost. They failed to do it. It's nothing to worry about, and this is much more important.
Why a duel?
I like duels. It's what I do. And if I win, he'll be dead. Problem solved.
I think I could manage watching your back.
I'll bet. I've arranged to meet Hader in Hightown after dark. I'll meet you there.
Pretty sexy. And I see a quest marker to talk to Varric.
I heard Varric saying you were a Grey Warden.
I was.
I met a
There he
warden
is.
once, back in Ferelden.
So, I've been dying to know. What was going through your head when you fought that ogre?
For the first few seconds. What do they feed those things?
I don't know anyone else that's even seen one. You're lucky just to be standing here. Somehow, Hawk, I imagine things won't be dull with you around. Not that I expect the deep roads to be boring, mind you. Constant threat of doom does tend to keep you awake.
Anything in particular I should know about your brother?
To understand Bartrand, you've got to understand the Dwarven Merchants Guild. These are dwarves who would sell their mothers if they thought it'd get them a better share of the lyrium market. Anyone who deals with them has to sleep with a knife under their pillow. In my family, that's Bartrand.
What are your plans for this trip into the deep roads?
Bartrand's running the show. Andraste's ass, he'd probably do that even if we weren't paying for everything. The tide we're looking for is supposed to be a week's travel from the surface, so I hope you aren't scared of the dark. We've got supplies, muscle, excavators. The plan is to carry out everything that's not nailed down.
If we'll be working together, I should find out more about you.
You're in luck. I'm always willing to talk about myself to beautiful women. My family came from Orzammar, noble house Tethras, until my father got caught fixing provings. He and our whole house got exiled. No huge loss. I was born up here. Sunshine suits me just fine.
Are you a merchant? A mercenary?
I'm a younger son. It's a difficult and dangerous profession. A lot of us die of boredom. Fortunately, being Bartrand's younger brother keeps me on my toes. Maker knows he lacks subtlety. I'm the one who pulls strings to keep the coterie out of our hair. Keep us just a whisker ahead of the other families.
A lot of things can keep you awake, you know. I wouldn't reach for the doom first.
Sure, I could have a cup of tea in the morning, but I hear it's bad for you. I've spent my whole life in Kirkwall. Dangerous enough most days, but it doesn't compare to the deep roads. So, this will be, let's just call it an adventure, I guess.
Great. Now we're adventurous.
Alright, you made your brownie points with Varric. He's very cool. Definitely got our back. Alright, now I think Hightown our next stop. We have Fenris to deal with still. And Isabella now also. Sounds like a plan. Alright, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe, click that button up top. And if you want to watch more Dragon Age 2, click that icon in the middle. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.